Yeah, David here. Xavier Johnson, I already mentioned him. He turned that game around, absolutely. He made two tremendous plays. Caught the touchdown pass. He was the next guy down on special teams to make the tackle. I mean, it's stuff like that. When you see stuff like that, you can't help but get excited for a kid that has worked so hard. He got his opportunity, and he made it pay off. And that's exactly what you want to see with kids that get that opportunity. Let's see here. Yeah, Notre Dame, 0 points in the second half, 76 total yards rushing. Actually, 76 rushing yards. I kind of touched that already. And, again, when you can limit any team to under 100 yards rushing, that's right where you want to be at. That is right where you want to be at. Yeah, Luke, talking about Njigba. Let's hope it's not serious. I really couldn't see anything right there. How his leg got rolled up on. And again, I mentioned earlier in my opening about Ohio State doesn't give any type of injury updates. And, of course, Ryan Day in his press conference probably isn't going to talk about it either. Everyone's going to want to know what's going on with Smith-Njigba. And, Ryan Day will just treat it as it's probably day-to-day. And honestly, guys, if we have to, he doesn't have to play against Arkansas State next week. So if you can't beat Arkansas State without Jackson Smith-Njigba, then obviously you don't deserve to be going anywhere other than to just play your season out. So let's hope it's not serious, and we'll just keep fighting from there. Yeah, Jimbo. Buckner, 10 of 18. I touched on that. He started the game 8 for 8. Started the game 8 for 8 and finished the game 2 of 10. So, kudos to Ohio State on that. Yes. And Jimbo also mentioned about Mayer here, too. Listen, there's 2 tight ends in the country that are 1A and 1B. Bowers from Georgia and Mayer from Notre Dame. They're both basically Rob Gronkowski prototypes. That's what they are. And Mayer is a matchup nightmare. He's outstanding, and they'll both be tremendous pros. So, yes. And the catches that those Notre Dame players made, 2 of them were unbelievable. Well, 3 of them were unbelievable. The one down the center for the tight end was a juggling catch. The walk-on individual for Notre Dame that ended up leading them to their touchdown to take the lead. And you had the one down the sideline late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter. Yeah, Dave, I'm telling you right now, you better believe that defensive line. That's it. And that's what separates the elite teams from the great teams. That's why Alabama is always where they are, because it's about the front 4, okay? When you have a front 4 that can put that amount of pressure on your quarterback, okay, it makes that back 7, they don't have to worry about much, okay? But when you got to start sending more guys to get pressure on the quarterback, when you can't get pressure with your front 4, that's when you become susceptible to big plays. But the defensive line, Larry Johnson, hey, we got the best defensive line coach in the country, and you got to give Ryan Day credit. He knew things had to be changed. He brought in a whole new defensive staff except Larry Johnson. He knew who to keep. So kudos to that and our defensive line. I just want to see him keep getting better and better and keep getting after guys. Yeah, the badass Buckeye. Yeah, he'll be a good quarterback at Notre Dame. He just needs experience. He needs reps. I mean, that's the bottom line. It was a tough start for him. He's coming into a hostile environment, playing the number 2 team in the country. And, at times, other than the first 8 throws that he made, he struggled at times, and it showed. So, Buckner will be fine. He'll learn He'll learn how to use his feet better too. They do run some good zone read stuff with him, and he'll make some plays with his feet. And as he gets more reps, being able to read the defense, he'll start to become a better quarterback himself. Yeah, Troy, I already mentioned DeJuan Jones. You know, he had 3 false start penalties tonight. Can't have that, especially in big games, especially when you go into hostile environments where now you got to try to do it in a tough situation when the crowd's against you. So that has to be cleaned up. As a preseason All-American, that's someone that, as a preseason All-American, you can't be having those types of penalties. You just can't do it. Yeah, I agree. Raleigh Sailing, Maya Williams was a beast. He's an angry man. I can tell you that right now. He runs angry, no doubt about it. Love the way he runs with power, runs with force, and does a great job. See what else you guys got here. Yeah, CJ Preach. I mean, again, it was a bit of a slugfest. It was a sloppy game, not what we expected out of Ohio State's offense. But there's times, like I said, I use the basketball analogy when I coach basketball. There's going to be times when the ball's just not going in the hoop, but you can always rely on your defense to keep you in games until you make enough plays. And that's exactly what Ohio State's defense did tonight. Ohio State kept them in the game that gave Stroud just enough time to get out and make a few big plays, and that's exactly what they did. Let's see what else here. Jeremiah, again, I already talked about it. You know, third down defensive efficiency by Ohio State. I mean, they held Notre Dame to 3 of 13 on third down. I mean, and again, that's what elite defenses do. They get you in third down and long situations, and they get you off. They get the defense off the field. They make the play. So again, if Ohio State can keep that up, then they're going to put themselves in great positions every game to be successful. I'll tell you one of the other things I didn't mention that I wrote down here. You know, last year, one of the struggles that Ohio State had was short yardage situations. And it did rear its ugly head a few times tonight in short yardage situations, one in the first half. After they had taken a 7-3 lead and they held Notre Dame, got the ball back, they had a 3rd and 2 and gave it to Williams and got stuffed. I mean, one of the biggest issues last year was the fact that Ohio State was basically playing with 4 tackles on the line and not guards. Luke Whippler starting center as a center, and they had Thayer Mumford and Paris Johnson moved down playing guard. So now they've got more guards out there, Matt Jones and Donovan Jackson, 5-star guard. So, again, it reared its ugly head. But late in the game, didn't rear its ugly head there. That's where Ohio State put their big boy pants on, and they went out and they laid the wood to that defensive line. Notre Dame were able to close the game out.